days. It's upside down. About 5 o'clock. And I've been awake for an hour and a bit. About an hour and a half, actually. An hour and a half. And I was debating getting up, actually, but I think what I might do is have a little bit more rest now. I had to flick the heating on just to give it a warm through. I've done myself a fresh hot water bottle, so I think actually I'm just going to have a bit more sleep. So yeah, I'll catch you momentarily. Hello, and well, it's morning time, so good morning. I've just started the process of coffee, orange juice, got some sausages in as well. I've set the table up down there. I'm going to do some work before I go. I've got some clinic jobs, and I'm going out filming properly today, and I really hope it's a nice day outside. Let's have a look. Well, it's not too bad. It's not raining or anything. So yeah, I'll have a shower, have breakfast, do my clinic work, and then hopefully be on the road well, by about 9 o'clock. So I have done a bit of work, and now it's time for sausages. So yes, I shall have that. I've opened most of the blinds, but I haven't done the front yet because I've got the table here. So I'll just eat, then I'll open the front blinds. Need to crack the window open slightly as well, just to let the mist, condensation, that's what I'm looking for, clear. I'm still brain foggy from this virus, but we will continue. So yes, onwards and upwards, sausages followed by some work. So I'll be the first to admit that my plans of going out and seeing the beauty and the nature are a bit thwarted by the amount of rain that is out there. Hopefully this will be just a passing shower. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's not very nice. Not very nice to go walking. Let's do this. I'm delighted to say that the weather has taken a turn, I think, slightly for the better. It's still raining, but it's only a very light rain. So I am going to turn off the gas. Oh, actually it is a bit miserable still. But yeah, it's a lot better than it was, look. So I am going to turn off the gas, and I'm going to hit the road. I've no idea where I'm going. I think I'm going to head north, and beyond that I don't know. Okay, I have come up with a plan, which I'm going to share with you, and that way I'm holding myself to account if anything goes wrong. So what I'm going to do is, I'm at the moment down here. I'm going to go up here, which is the famous Llanninog, which Chloe and I found years and years ago. And I thought, you know, that's a nice place. It's something that I did with one of my children. I think I've been there with Noah as well. But also just up there is the famous sort of I always call it the tabletop mountain. It's not really a tabletop mountain, but it is sort of up in the national park. And I've got some lovely, lovely memories of there, particularly because that was where I went on my very first Daily Pilgrim trip. When sort of Helen told me, go on, if you're going to do it, do it. So I thought it'd be wonderful, wouldn't it, to go there with all the happy, wonderful memories and all the journey that I've taken to get right here now, the things that I've put in place, you know, to live the best life, which I am doing. Let's go there and celebrate. So what what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through Bala as well. That way that should take in some nice scenery on the way, and Bala is absolutely wonderful. It was at Bala that I went in John, literally the weekend before I picked Elvis up, and I met this this couple of old boys, absolutely lovely, and they were there fishing. And I just, you know, and it's nice, like, get the motorhome in there, particularly this time of year, take some pictures of the lake, and I can sort of head on. So let's press the start button and wish me luck, because the journey not begins but continues. So let's go. Just had to stop and do a little bit of filming here. There is a problem, and that is, as I open the door, I have a feeling there's a... Oh, yeah, just managed it. So I'll just take the keys. Oh, I'm a bit paranoid that being so far from home, and with it being cold as well, if I somehow lock myself out, well, then I'm a bit buggered, really, aren't I? Middle-aged is marvellous, you know. I hardly recommend it to no one. Don't get middle-aged. Unless, in which case, I mean, if you're old, if you're really old, then go back to being middle-aged. It was better. I need a pole, but how will you see? Nice little spot here. So this is honestly don't know where I am, to be honest, but this is nice. You see, this was what I was looking for yesterday. It's that, and I think it's a mid-Wales thing, but you know, just the water, the nice mountains. I mean, I found some lovely bits, didn't I, yesterday in South Wales towards the end of the day, and it really lit me up. Because I started to feel a bit miserable, but yeah, there's something. It's wet, but it's not wet and miserable. It's a sort of a wet. Everything's a little tiny bit damp. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but it's just a feeling that mid and North Wales always has for me. There's lots of moisture in the rock. I think that's what I'm trying to say, and there's a sort of a certain feel. And not in a bad way, you know. It really is good. And there's a bridge over there. I'll you can see, sort of there-ish. I don't know if you can drive over that, or if that's somebody's private bridge to get to the house that's there. But no, there's another little white house just dotted there. Look, absolutely middle of nowhere. Oh, and look, there's some sort of cabiny shed thing. I don't know how well you can see that. That's pretty cool. I think I'll get the big camera and take a picture of that. So I'll insert that picture here, holding myself to account there. But yeah, this is really nice. And there's a little pink and white house. I don't know if that's one house or two there. It's things like this, that it's a world on its own, and there's this wonderful natural beauty everywhere. And it's so exciting. I love it. I really do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the big camera and try out my new lens, and I'll insert that picture. Well, I already will have done, won't I? So I'll see you in a sec. Said it was tight. Before I go, I just wanted to say there's a little boat down there. I like to document these sort of things. And that's all. Oh, it's magical. It's just a lay-by at the side of the road. And it's got me so excited. Oh, right. Let's get on the road. Door's closed. Let's go. Find some more. Right, sort of in two minds. Llanninog does indeed have a car park, and it is listed on Park for Night as somewhere you can park for free. And I'm really tempted, but I just don't want to be... I don't want to be in a little village centre where I'm upsetting people by being there. And so, yeah, I just want to make sure it's all right. But yeah, on the road we go, and yeah, a bit closer to our journey, a bit closer to our journey's end, and see what we can see. Right, so we've had a little bit of a navigational issue, but that is that's so true to my life, isn't it? We missed Bala, missed the turning, and I've arrived at Llanninog. I did see that despite the fact the Hen's Tent campsite is supposed to be closed, there was a motorhome on the hard standing. So I pulled into the car park here, the main centre car park. I thought I'd phone them. Unfortunately, there's no blasted mobile signal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up onto the really good bit, which has got some wonderful stories for me about when I first started doing the Daily Pilgrim Channel. So I'm going to go up there. Hopefully there'll be some signal. I'm going to have a look in the Britstop book as well. I'm just going to start to plan what I'm going to do tonight. But the weather, it's so blasted miserable. I don't know how much inspirational video I'm going to be able to create. This next bit is a bit hairy, actually. I don't know if the camera will do it justice. Quite a sharp drop down the left hand side, so I'm going to take it very steady and we'll see. So a little tiny bit slippy. Now I've got 1 bar of signal, so I can do some work. And I was planning to just sit here for a bit. I've not got a particularly level place, but this is very special to me. Might be a bit blowy. I haven't got the wind muff mic on. Yeah, that wasn't. I don't think this is going to be very good in the snow, actually. Because I literally just pulled in there, look, and that's where I was slipping. Oh well. But this is a very, very special place for me. It was just up there that I nearly lost my drone on its maiden voyage flight. There's a little, just in there, the remains of an old building, whether it's a shed or something, or a shepherd's hut or something like that. I'm not entirely certain. By shepherd's hut, I mean like a stone-built shepherd's hut rather than one of the pushy around ones. Or maybe it's a house, I don't know. But I remember on my very, very first trip for the Daily Pilgrim Channel, I came here. I stayed just down the road at the Park something campsite, I can't remember what it's called now, just outside Llandinnog actually. But I came here and I had the Elgrand, and it was just magical because I'd started this wonderful journey, and it really was the beginning of the whole taking control of my life, living the best life that I wanted to live. And I remember back then, if a car had come, I would have been so frustrated and wound up because I was trying to create this perfect thing. And do you know what? There's the perfection right there. And even look at the sun. I don't know how well that's going to come out. Let's have a look. But yeah, the sun sort of gleaming through the clouds. This is all absolutely fantastic. You're not allowed to wild camp here. Whether anyone would come, I don't know. I don't really want to find out, because this is a lovely spot for me, and I want it to have nice memories. I don't want it to be tainted. So I'm probably going to find somewhere to sleep in Bala, but that is a bit for later on in the video. This is absolutely fantastic. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to get out the big camera in a minute, and the little video I want to make separately to this, which I shall put up as a separate thing. But I'm going to get the big camera out, take some pictures as well, and I'm just going to do a bit of catching up with clinic work as well, because that was the dream. It was the dream years ago that I could have. I mean, I never thought about a home like that. I thought it would be a camper van, but I could have this home on wheels, this mobile office, this home from home, that I could go and see places like this and just be free and make time my own, make my life my own, and wherever I was, in the main at least, I could still work, I could still earn. And I've sort of done it, so I'm really, really excited. It's a bit of a realization really, because you plan and you plan and you plan. I'm going to go inside actually, so the wind. But you plan and you keep planning, and all of a sudden you sort of realise that you've already achieved what you wanted to do, and you sort of missed the tick over point. You almost want some sort of fantastic sort of fanfare. Today's the day it's going to happen, but actually it's sort of already here. So yeah, that's right. I'm going to do a little bit of work, set up the big camera. I'll come back to you in a minute, and I may have something to eat as well. So catch you in a sec. I'll leave you momentarily with that. I'm coming back. So I'm going to have to make a slight apology that I didn't get the big camera out, and I didn't do any work either. It's only actually been a few minutes. There's no mobile signal up here. It's showing that there's 3 bars, but I can't get connected. And whilst I'm enjoying all that good stuff out there, there is still the fact that I've got some work that I've got to do for the clinic. So I'm going to go and find a signal. I'm probably going to drive to Barlin now, and then I might do some bits to camera back here on my way through tomorrow if that happens. I don't know. It's interesting because the first time I came here, I had an absolute nailed-on plan. I was staying in a particular place. I don't have a plan this time, which actually is the great thing about having a motorhome, because you somehow it's going to be all right. You're going to find somewhere. So I'll go and I'll see if I can find something else, maybe Bala.